Hello and welcome to the Neem Developer Guides. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know to set up Postman collection on the Neem portal. Once you set up your client credentials on your dev portal, you can start using our Postman collection to test the sandbox environment. Start by setting up Postman. Download our Postman collection from the developer's portal. Once you've downloaded the collection and set up Postman, click on the Import button on the upper right corner of the My Workspaces sidebar. Click on Files and navigate to the Neem Postman collection. Select and open to import it. The Postman collection has now been imported into your Postman workspace. Before we start testing our APIs, we need to prepare API credentials. For the purpose of this guide, we assume you've already generated a set of credentials. You will need a tool that can base64 encode strings. For this demo, we are using the online tool base64encode.org. However, when working with more sensitive credentials, such as production or staging, we recommend you use a locally run tool, such as the base64 command found on many Linux terminals. Start by entering your client ID, then type in a colon and enter your client secret. This is the format we must follow when encoding API credentials. Click on Encode. Note the resulting base64 encoded string. We will need this for the next step. Now that you've prepared your credentials, we can now authorize with Neem. Expand the Neem Postman collection and navigate to the auth folder. Click on OAuth2 Token API. Navigate to the header section of the API. You will need to set the authorization header. Remove the placeholder and replace it with your base64 encoded string, preceded by the basic keyword. Hit send to invoke the API. You will receive a response containing an access token. You will need a valid access token to access all further APIs with Neem. An access token has a fixed validity period after which it expires, and a new access token must be generated. The time in which the access token will expire in seconds is provided in the expires in field of the response. Let's start by creating an account. We will need a valid OTP claim. Once again, expand the Neem API collection, navigate to the OTP folder and select Initiate OTP API. Navigate to the header section. We will need to set the partner ID and access token in the authorization header. Replace the placeholder bearer token with the valid token and set the partner ID. Navigate to the body section. Enter a valid CNIC and mobile number to receive an OTP. Hit send to invoke the API. Note the nonce returned in the API response. A corresponding OTP code will be sent to the mobile number provided. Both will be required for the next step. Select the Validate OTP API from the OTP folder. Just like the previous API, set the partner ID and bearer token in the header section. Navigate to the body section, set the nonce and OTP code received from invoking the Initiate OTP API. Hit send to invoke the API. You will receive a response with an OTP claim. Valid OTP claims are required to access some APIs within Neem, such as the Create Account API. OTP claims are valid for up to 1 hour and can be used one time. Access the account folder of the Neem API collection. Select the Create Account API. Set the authorization header and partner identification. Set the value of the OTP header to the valid OTP claim. Navigate to the body section. Make sure to enter valid user details in the body, including CNIC, first and last name, your mobile number, and an email address. Hit send to invoke the API. Your Neem account is now created. From here, you can complete the setup of your Neem account. Once you set up a PIN, you will be able to generate login claims and access the other Neem APIs. Congratulations! You have successfully set up Postman on your Neem portal. You can now try the rest of our APIs and in minutes, start building financial wellness products for your customers.